Hello and welcome back to Star Trek New Horizons, the total conversion mod for Stellaris. We're going to load our game. I've done quite a bit since the last time you saw this. I've expanded out the territory, explored lots of new planets, researched some new technologies, and found some new friends to play with, including the Cardassian Union.
For Cardassia.
These guys. Xenophobic fanatic militarists. The Bajoran Republic. Pacifist spiritualists. The Norsicans. Did we discover the Rigelian Consortium last time? If not, here they are. The Klingon Empire. You too, buddy. You too. And what else? Nope, that's all the new ones. Alright. So, yeah, we are... Our territory is a lot bigger than it was last time. I've started spreading south towards some new lands down here. I'm not happy with the Flaxians because they've started colonizing worlds close to my border, and that's really pissing me off. So, not super happy with the Flaxians right now. They're up here, for God's sake. What are they doing down here? What possible reason could they have to come down here? The bastards. Alright. I've upgraded the fleet. Our fleet now consists of just 10 destroyers. So we have completely dropped the frigates. We're an all-destroyer force right now, and we are rocking at 4,000, nearly 4,500 battle power. I've unlocked a new ship design, the Cruiser, which is the next one up. Honestly, I don't know about this ship model. This just looks like they took two destroyers and put them on top of each other. For clarification, this is a destroyer. And this is a cruiser. I've unlocked some new weapons, such as the Noble Torpedo. The Noble Torpedo is really just it's a regular plasma torpedo, but with extra tracking ability, so it will follow targets instead of just being a dumb fire projectile. Alright, I have researched the quantum singularity drive, which at some point the Romulans stopped using standard warp drives and then started powering their ships using singularities. Also, I like the little picture down here in the icon tile. It's literally just the singularity drive from Event Horizon they've put in there. It's just the big ball with the spinning rings round it. They've just taken that from Event Horizon and used it as the logo. That's pretty funny. Alright. We've got better hulls. Better impulse engines. Lots of good stuff. Alright. And we have another tradition available to us. So, spend those unity points. I'm thinking we should continue down the expansion tree, because right now we haven't actually bought any traditions or perks, because the first time you click on a new tree, you just unlock the ability to go down that tree. You don't actually get anything the first time you click it. So, let's see. Colonization Fever or Reach for the Stars. Colonization Fever will generate more Unity points. And Reach for the Stars. Building Frontier Outpost. Systems count as being 2/3 of the regular distance away. I'm thinking we go for Colonization Fever because this gives us extra Unity points, and I feel the earlier we get this, the more of a benefit it'll give us. So let's spend them. Alright, sweet. Alright. What I want to do, I want to take the Cheronite Nation. These guys are just a big bulbous blob sticking into my territory, and I'd rather they not be there. They haven't hurt me, but don't really want them joining the Federation either. So I'm going to park my fleet next door, and I'm going to start building some attack armies. You do that from the same screen you see. You build defense armies, but they're literally just a different choice. So you build 5 and Zeta Doradus. You also build 5. Oh, I can't because I haven't got enough minerals. Okay, that makes sense. I'll come back to that. What's this? The Nausicaan tribes seem to have ended their rivalry with me. That's super nice of them. Gits. Serves you right.
Incoming transmission.
The Benzites want to offer me some minerals. Well, cheers. Thank you for that. Little do they know it will be their downfall. Okay. Ah, we have a new race, the Temerian Unity. Let's see, xenophobic pacifist spiritualists. Okay. Keep to yourselves. Oh, what's this? The Raptor's wings made anew. 5 years the Oversight Committee had waited for the Ministry of War to complete its task. 5 years since Praetor I can't pronounce that name. Since the Praetor addressed all Romulus and announced the 57th generational decree. The Praetor's legacy appended to nearly 2,000 years of Romulan history, a decree to re-strengthen the Imperial fleet to ensure dominance over Vulcan and its new allies. 5 years of infighting and salted progress in the Ministry of War. Seeing for himself the lack of progress, alien material sciences expert Kutaya, the son of the Flaxian ambassador, and a rare non-Romulan favourite of the Imperial Court, instead worked in parallel and in secret with a junior engineer in the Ministry of War, Valdar. Appearing before the Oversight Committee, the pair presented their work, a new generation of warbirds using the latest shields, warp drives and weapons capable of showing the galaxy at last the true strength of the Romulan Empire. The Minister of War was furious to see her own work put to shame and stormed from the chamber, a Riemann Praetorial Guard following with dagger in hand. Talent must be rewarded. Romulan talent must be rewarded. Oh wow. You know what? He's not a Romulan, but he's talented. So let's choose him. So yeah, we've just crossed the border into the next era of Romulan ship design. So if we go to the ship designer, stuff is different now. This is what the destroyer looks like now. It's the classic TOS style Romulan warbird. The cruiser now looks like this. That's kind of cool. It's interesting. And the patrol frigate now looks a bit like that. Alright. Neat. It's literally all that is they literally just changed the 3D models of the ships. That's all. It doesn't actually have any like performance effect on your fleets. Tamara and Unity have decided to close their borders to me. Oh well. No big loss.
Anomaly found.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Colonization was successful.
Research complete.
Oh man. Ooh, we've researched the Xeno Zoo. Let's research the Fleet Academy. And Starbase armor plating. Ooh, goody. Our starbases can now take more of a pounding before they get destroyed. What do we want? Reveal resources, refractive hull, antimatter explosives, sublight speed. I'm thinking we might want to reveal these extra resources. They do come in useful, very useful during trading. Alright. You're still building. We're going to wait until we get our armies available to us before we attack, because you need the armies in order to storm the planet. Terrax can take control of those two systems. I think I may start a new sector down here.
Station complete.
Oh, there we go.
Station complete.
Ha! Suck it, Rigelian Consortium. This is my territory now, dickhead. I beat you to it. Suck it.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Good timing too, because he would have beaten my own colony ship. All right, so okay, we want you to come down here, please, and build these research stations for us. All right. Colony ship, go to this planet, colonize, and boom, I want there.
Station complete.
Let's have a look. So these guys are pretty pathetic. They are extremely weak compared to us. They shouldn't be a problem. The problem is their allies, the Orion Free States. They have a defensive pact. So when I attack these guys, I'm also going to be at war with the Orion Free States. And the Orion Free States, they're not as strong as I am, but they're not pushovers. So I've got to be ready for them. You done? You're done. Alright, return to the station. I'm going to create a new sector, starting with Cyvalorum. Go. You seem good. Voila. Let's see.
Colonization in progress.
Actually, kind of don't need you, extra scientist. Go away. What I would like is a new governor. What do we got? Oh well, let's go with the cheapest one.
Affirmative. Long-range scan of planet complete.
Alright,
Anomaly found.
they've got a deficit, so let's solve that by giving them a bunch of stuff. 2,000 should help them. Uh-oh. The Benzite Commonwealth entered into a defensive pact with the Cardassians. Huh. Okay, you guys are starting all kinds of defensive pacts, aren't you? Everyone. Interesting. Okay. Embark. Embark. Merge those armies. So we need the army, the transport fleets with the armies in order to lay siege to a planet. Because we can't take a planet during a war unless we land troops on it, so it's
Station
necessary.
Complete.
Incoming transmission.
All sorts of stuff is kicking off. They want minerals and a research agreement. Okay. Oh no, they want to give us minerals, but they want a research agreement. Yeah, sure, alright. Whatever. Not a biggie. Ah, the Solar Sailor. Interesting.
Research complete.
Oh, more stuff. Fleet Academy, I believe that's a space station module. And let's go with... what's this? Class structure. Research center. Naval capacity is always a good choice. And we've revealed those new resources. So let us go with... let's get the transport hub because it's cheap.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Alright. Okay, our armies are ready. Break the Non-Aggression Pact. Ah. Yeah, so this game doesn't allow you to just backstab people immediately. There's always a truce period whenever you break off an alliance with another race. So you just don't, you can't just trick the AI into being friends with you just so you can stab them in the back. So we can't actually attack them for another 10 years. Uh-oh. Oh well. Who else shall we attack? What about the Flaxians? They've got it coming. Have they got any defensive pacts? No. They're non-aggression with the Orion Free States, but no defensive pacts, meaning no one will come to help them. Oh goody. That's what I like to hear.
Station complete.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, and while they're going there, we'll start construction on our very first cruiser. They're offering us more minerals. Oh, very nice of you. The AI is pretty good at telling what resources you most desperately want.
Tile blocker cleared.
Alright. Here we go. This is our very first war. Wish me luck. Enemy starships. Target the Flaxians. Let's go for a medium intensity operation. Motherfuckers. Alright, guess what? Flaxians, I'm coming for you. Alright, so when we declare war, we have this little window here where we have to state our war demands. This is basically, we state what we want from the enemy. So, do we want to humiliate them? Do we want to force them to open their borders to us? Do we want them to cede planets? Well, I know straight away, I know we do. So we want the planet in Kappa Reticuli, so that will be this one. So we click, and we drag, and we drag, and we drop. We stick that there. And then, but that only costs us 19 war score. Your war score can go up to 100. You cannot demand so much that it puts your war score over 100, otherwise you won't be able to initiate the war. That's too much. So for example, if we just select everything to put our war score over 100. Oh, we can't at the moment. Okay. But yeah, if we kept adding stuff, kept adding demands, and the war score went over 3 digits, we wouldn't be able to initiate the war. So, I don't want all this. Tell you what I will do though. I want Kappa, and then we'll tell them to liberate the planet of Delta Valorum. So, Delta Valorum will no longer be under their control. How about that? That seems pretty good, don't you think? Alright. So again, because they have no allegiances, or no like defense treaties with anyone, no one's going to help them, so they're by themselves. And we can have the opportunity to invite other races to attack with us. What's this? The Husnock Ascendancy is open to the idea. That's what this means. It means this yellow arrow means it could go either way. So let's bring them in. But now we have to go back and we have to offer them something. What would the Husnock Ascendancy want? They might want Alpha Reticuli. I'm going to assume that's how that's pronounced. Alpha Reticuli. So we find Alpha Reticuli. We click and we drag and we drop to the Husnock Ascendancy. Boom. So if we win, they will get that. This is a bug. This little cross should disappear, but it doesn't for some reason. But trust me, they're pretty happy with the offering. So I'll get this planet. This planet will be liberated and will become its own little faction, and then the Husnocks will get this world. Everyone wins except the Flaxians because they suck. Alright.
We have declared war.
Sweet. We are now at war. So when you're at war, the little the war score appears down in the bottom right here. Clicking on it lets you see the current state of the war. So as you have encounters and battles, they'll come down here, and then as you win and lose fights, this little meter will travel left or travel right. So we want to try and win more encounters and capture more planets than they can, and that will push the balance of the war in our favour, and eventually if we do that for long enough, they will just give up. Okay, so our fleet is standing by. Let's send it. Alright. Not much going on in this system, by the looks of it. They've got one planet, which is the one we want, and it's guarded by a single space station. That only has battle power of 1.2 thousand, where we're 4.4 thousand, so it should be a walkover. Not a big deal at all. Ooh, advanced cruiser prototype. I think we want that. That will allow us to have a greater level of customization on our cruisers. Alright, let's also bring in the transport fleet, since there's no immediate danger in the system. The transport fleet is totally helpless. It cannot defend itself. So you need to be super sure that nothing's going to attack it when you send it into an enemy system to try and take a planet. Oh, sweet. We've successfully destroyed one of their ships. Sweet. Success.
Alien spaceport engaged.
Want you to enter orbit.
Incoming transmission.
What do you want? Minerals and star charts. Yeah, alright. Star charts aren't a big deal.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Oh,
Spatial rift detected.
more new civilizations, new factions. Let's make contact. And space station is down. So we now want to park the fleet in orbit above a planet, because enemy planets during the war are fortified, and you can only take down those fortifications by having a friendly fleet in orbit above the planet. Trying to attack a planet with armies while it still has strong fortifications is foolish. You want to try and slowly whittle down the fortifications
Project complete.
of the planet as low as possible before you invade. The Breen. Ooh. Keep to yourselves, aliens. Alright. What's going on? Any sign of any enemy fleets anywhere? Looks like the Husnox are sending their own fleet. It's not as strong as mine, but it'll keep them distracted. Alright, so you can see here in the window our armies have arrived in orbit and are ready to attack. Just wait for the fleet to get rid of the last little bit of fortification. It's not a very heavily defended planet. It's only got 3 additional additional armies defending the planet. The ghosted out units are militias. So every planet has at least some militias that will be conscripted during a war. But the militias are kind of useless. Militias are only really good for buying time rather than repelling an army. So, now there's no fortifications. We have armies in orbit. Let us hit attack. You can see the transports heading down to the planet. And battle is joined.
Automatic defense procedures
Enemy planet secured.
Sweet, we have successfully captured their planet. Anyway, we've got hostile fleet. Ah, it's a mystery fleet. I see. Luckily that's nowhere near the war, so we don't care. Oh, the Husnox are going straight for the world I promised them. That's fine. Let them keep the Flaxians busy. Alright, let us move a fleet to the next system. We'll extract our armies, embark, and we'll leave behind our own temporary militia forces to prevent the world from just going back to the Flaxians.
Research complete.
Okay. See, stellar cartography lab, tractor beam, special power stations, bioneural gel computers. Let's go with power plants. That seems like the most useful thing to research there. Right, I'm not sure what defences this system has yet, so I'm not going to send my
Anomaly found.
troops yet. Alright, so this is what this looks like. We may as well take out their resource gathering stations on the way, because that will deny the enemy precious resources. Alright. Okay, we have enemies incoming. Alright. Fleet to fleet battle. Here we go. First one of the game. The enemy fleet has arrived, and they are pissed, and they're coming for my transport, so I'm going to go ahead and just get them the hell out of there. Alright. Hopefully we can engage them before they escape. A new political faction. See, the Conclave of Faith and Values. They seem like a religious faction. Another one, another solar ship. Okay, they escaped. Where are they going? They're following the transport.
Station complete. Spatial rift detected.
Motherfuckers are chasing the transports.
Long-range
Dirtbags.
scan of planet complete.
Don't worry, I'm right behind the buggers.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Alright, here we go.
Spatial rift detected. Colonization was successful.
Fucked them up. They didn't stand a chance. How many? Okay, we lost 3 troop transports. Oh dear, but we still have some. Anyway, let's head back to Delta Valorum. Yeah, The enemy, if they see undefended troop transports, they will just go for them, because without troop transports the enemy can't capture their worlds. And look at that, we have won the war. Fuck you, Flaxians. The best possible outcome. Yep, seed planet, liberate planet. So you're down 3 planets, you motherfuckers. How does it feel? Alright, so this is now the new shape of the world. This is now our border. These are the independent Flaxian hegemonies. They're a different faction. And they will now operate like any other race in the game. They have their own economy, they have their own diplomacy, they have their own military. And now this planet was given to the Husnox, so that's theirs now. But that's alright, they're really far away from us, so it's not really going to affect us much. Okay, so thing about worlds that you take from rival powers is that they do not like you at first. So right now, yeah, unrest, super high. So what we want to do, we want to temporarily park our troops on this planet to help quell any unrest, prevent the planet from going through an uprising. And maybe build a couple of defense armies as well. That seems prudent. The United... good timing too, because the United Federation of Planets just now guaranteed the independence of the Flaxians, so now we can't just declare war on them now without a really good reason. Otherwise the Federation will attack us from behind. Yeah, that's that planet, so that's fine, we're dealing with it. In fact, we will add that to the Cyvalorum sector. Here, that now belongs to you, Cyvalorum. Enjoy. Okay, so that war that we just won probably had some pretty serious diplomatic consequences with many of the other factions in the game, so I'm willing to bet the Federation are not happy about that war. Yeah, so you see there's now a plus added -7 threat. So the more wars you start and the more wars you fight, the more other nearby powers feel threatened by you. These guys don't care at all. They're like, yeah, alright. Oh no, yeah, -14 threat. The Bolians are probably super pissed. Yeah, -31 threat. Man, if they weren't in a defensive pact with the Federation, I would just take them right now, but I can't. Well, these dudes are pretty happy. Yeah, -14 threat, but that's not huge. Alright, that's pretty good. We did pretty well for ourselves there. Uh-oh, bunch of more. See, the Breen have closed their borders to me. The Klingon Empire have closed their borders to me.
Clock witch chuka blue pool.
What's going on with the Klingons? Ah, they feel threatened. Strange, they feel very threatened actually. Minus 27. I wonder why that is. Weird. Okay, so... what's this? Lots of non-aggression pacts, independence pacts, non-aggression pacts broken, all sorts of diplomacy happening. Temerian unity in the Orion Free States, non-aggression pact. There's loads happening right now. The threat numbers on the diplomacy screen will slowly go down as time goes by. But yeah, it's quite slow, and the more aggressive wars you fight, the more threatened people will feel by you, especially the ones nearby. The further away they are, they don't care, like the Cardassians here.
For Cardassia.
Yeah, their threat level is only minus 3. That's probably less to do with their distance and more to do with the fact that they're not that much weaker than us. They're pretty strong. They could probably stand up to us. Same with the Federation. The Federation could probably stand up to us. Yeah. So they're not that threatened because they reckon they could give us a bloody nose if they needed to. They probably could. Oh, it's tons of it, yeah. Nausicaan tribes, the Federation, the Betazoids. Oh, speaking of the Betazoids. Hello. You're new. See, the Federation in this game seems to have an obsession with creating as many independence and defensive pacts as possible. And so if you're playing an aggressive player, it's kind of difficult to expand by force without pissing off the Federation. So you've got to watch who they currently have treaties with. So yeah. I can't start wars with any of these factions right now because otherwise I'll get the Federation on my back, and I don't want that really. Alright, fast forwarding. Here we go.
Station complete.
Uh-oh, coalitions. Here we go. The Betazoids and the Bajorans are forming a coalition, or at least coalition association. Given association status by the Favourable Alliance. You guys are in an alliance? With who? Ah, with the Federation. Okay.
Station complete.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Oh my god. Favourable Alliance. The favourable alliance. Oh my goodness. Keeps growing. So let's see. Now we've got some troops parked on
Long-range scan of planet
Tadaga.
complete.
We can see it's had an effect on the unrest.
Research complete.
Naval capacity, nice. Oh, Jesus. Made a protectorate of the Bolian League. They've given up their freedom in exchange for safety. Smart move. Okay, the Federation are a bunch of fucking do-gooders. I need to do something fast. Let's see. I think this one.
He was gonna dis...
Let's form the Non-Aggression Pact. And then we will demand vassalization. Because, yeah, they're into it. They're into it. They're okay. Demand vassalization. We can demand that they permanently submit to us by becoming our vassal. Yep.
He was gonna dis...
Although it pains us greatly to surrender some of our sovereignty to an alien power, we shall agree to become your vassals. Sweet! Now they belong to me as well. Anyway.
Station complete.
I don't want these filthy Flaxians living in my space. Edicts list. Farming subsidies, capacity overload. Set rights. Citizenship. You are slaves. You are not Romulans, so you are slaves. Deal with it. Guess what? You and your race living in our borders are nothing but slaves. Yeah. Alright. Man, I bet you wish you didn't submit to us now, eh? Haha! Because the same thing's going to happen to you, buddy. What's this? Yeah, that falls within our system.
Station complete.
Uh-oh. Our admiral died. Ah, oh well. Pretty damn sure that
Long-range scan of
falls
planet complete.
inside our borders, but apparently that's still...
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Interesting. You're kind of just hanging out there, aren't you?
Incoming transmission.
What do you
Long-range
want?
scan of planet complete.
Ooh, more minerals. Goody.
Station complete.
Has Jurat Prime got a... Oh no, it's building. It's building one. They must have just started now. Okay. So what we can do, now that this system contains a colonised world, we no longer need the frontier outpost. So we can get rid of that. Because frontier outposts cost political influence to maintain, so we don't want to keep them any longer than we absolutely have to. Sweet. Alright. Microfusion reactor. Microfusion reactors generate extra energy credits. They basically negate the energy credit maintenance cost of the space station and generate more on top of that. So they're pretty much a must-have subsystem, or module for any space station. Super useful, super important. Cyvalorum can have an orbital dockyard for faster building. And armor plating seems good.
Research complete.
Ooh, research coming in. Advanced urban planning. Nice. Let's see what else. Ooh, terraforming. That's cool. We can start terraforming all those yellow planets that we can't quite colonize, or if we did colonize, the people wouldn't be happy, so let's do that. That's very useful. That's a good way of getting more colonized worlds in our territory without having to spread out further, because we have tons. We have so many. Lots of diplomacy happening. The science ships, by the way, are just kind of out doing their own thing now. I've set them all to automatic explore, so they're just going to go to the nearest unsurveyed system and survey it automatically, which is
Research complete.
helpful. And we've unlocked advanced cruisers. Fantastic. What next? Industrial Lab 3 seems important. Let's check out the new cruiser designs. So yeah, we can now choose different types of loadout. Starships, which have 2 torpedoes, 2 light beams, 1 heavy beam. Heavy cruiser, which is 1 torpedo, 2 heavy beam, and dreadnought, which is 1 heavy beam, 1 torpedo, and what's blue? Blue is blue is special weapons, but we don't have any weapons right now that can go into blue slots, so that's pointless. We should be able to change this as well, so yeah. 2, 2, 2, and 1. Different slot loadouts so we can choose from. I'm personally liking the current loadout of 4 orange, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow. That seems to that works for me, so I'm not actually going to change anything here. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. No changes necessary. But it could be useful in the future.
Station complete.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Alright. So, what's next? I'd like to take the Bolian League, but they're being protected by the Federation at this point. They're a protectorate, which is basically the same as a vassal. I'd like to attack the Benzites, but again, they're being protected by the Federations, the Cardassians, and the Rigelians. So they're not stupid. They know they're in danger. I'd also like to attack the Cheronites, but we still got to wait. How much longer? 6 more years before we can attack them. Christ. The truce times are super long in this game, I feel. And by then they may have already got a defensive pact with the Federation, hoping they don't.
Station complete.
What's going on up here? Not much.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
What's this? Okay, let's extend the gamma to Carne borders to encapsulate these 2 extra worlds. The Betazoids have just made us their rival. That's hilarious. There's no way I'm fighting them. They are allied with a whole bunch of people, and I'm not that stupid. The Temerian Unity. Again. Independence guaranteed. By the fucking Federation. God damn it. God damn you, Federation. Stop poking your nose in our business. What the fuck? Disrupt relations between foreign powers. Ooh. Let's... Let's fuck with the Federation. Yeah. Alright. Medium intensity operations. Hopefully that works out. Alright, the green worlds that we can see here are green only because one of the species in our within our empire is compatible with this world. So I believe, yeah, This is a Savannah class world. So in order to colonise this, I believe... Yeah, Romulan's only 65% compatible with this type of planet. The Remans also 65%. I'm pretty damn sure it's the Flaxians they're talking about. Yeah, Flaxians are pretty okay with Savannah worlds, but I personally don't want them infecting my empire. Ha 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 ha! Filthy, filthy Flaxians. Let them live on their own worlds. So I'm going to wait until I can just terraform those planets and put good, wholesome Romulans on that surface. Aha! Our operatives have successfully leaked a series of damaging communications from the Bolian League. Diplomatic mission on Bajor. The Bajoran Republic government has condemned the Bolian League individuals involved in the communications. Okay, so I was hoping that it would fuck up relations between the Bolians and the Federation, but it appears to have pissed off the Federation's allies more than the actual Federation, but eh.
Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business.
The Frangi are not super stoked with me. We guarantee their independence. Alright, that will start their trust going up. And then if we offer them a trade deal, a research agreement, how about that? They don't like us very much, so... Active sensor link is pretty valuable to them. How about some strategic resources? How about some food? There's one thing I've found. If you've got excess food coming in, it is usually pretty damn useful as a trade negotiation lubricant. Need that number to go up. There we go. 100 is the highest really you need any trade deal to go above, because the diplomatic benefit from any trade deal can only go up as high as 100, so going up any higher is pointless. And they won't give us anything because they don't like us, so we have to earn their trust first.
Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business.
Alright, let's form a Non-Aggression Pact.
Incoming transmission.
Alright.
For Cardassia.
What is Galasite? Galasite in its raw form can create massive electrical discharges when near a conductive material. Once refined, it is able to greatly increase the maximum speed of a warp engine when used to form its coils. Unlike traditional warp coils, these must be replenished after a few thousand light years. Oh, it basically speeds up our FTL drives. Okay, yeah, sure. We can be friends with the
Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business.
Man, that voice sample is loud. Yeah. So now you see that the Ferengi are pretty into us right now. They're pretty happy. Yep.
Research complete.
Okay, new and improved power plants. A signal jammer.
Station complete.
Power generators. Extendable shield emitters. Energy storage capacity. I'm going to go with energy storage capacity, because it costs a lot of energy to terraform a planet, and it will require more energy than we can currently stockpile, so we want to get that stockpile limit raised.
Long-range scan of planet complete. Long-range scan of planet complete.
They're up there doing their thing. There's another colonizable world up here. Might try and go for that. There we go. Alright, let's build ourselves another cruiser. Cruisers are expensive, they're nearly 2,000 each.
Research complete.
Okay, we have terraforming. Sweet.
Incoming transmission.
And what's this? Spirit of the Hunt. Rare technology. In order for us to be warriors, we have to understand our enemy. If we do not, then the hunters become the prey. By devoting everything possible to the embodiment of the hunt, we learn that it is indeed possible to overcome even the greatest challenges that we meet. Basically, this gives us a extra damage towards generic enemies, crystalline entities, space amoebas, mining drones, void clouds, and Praetorian creatures. Don't really need it. I mean, they're not that tough anyway, so I'm thinking trading center. That seems like that could be useful. Alright, so terraforming. So if we go to one of these green worlds, one of these savanna worlds, T-Met 4, it's alpine, it's a nice, so it's actually not that far off a colonial world, which is the type of world Romulans prefer. So it shouldn't cost that much to terraform into a continental. So yeah, it only requires 3,000 and will take 3,600 days. So it'll take 10 years basically. Start that process now. 10 years we'll have another planet. And I should mention the little logo turns blue when it's terraforming. We can do the same with this one, but no, we can't quite afford it right now. Okay, so if we were to go to a less hospitable planet like this Arctic world, Arctic worlds are much harder to turn into continental worlds. So it'll cost more, should cost more resources, but it still says 3,000. Okay, let's find a really fucked up one. Here we go. Demon World. Basically a lava planet. it would cost us 9,600 in order to terraform that world. Also, we don't currently have the special technology required to do such a thing. These types of planets are a lot more difficult to terraform, so you need more technology in order to do that. That's fine. We've unlocked the ability to make use of all these yellow markers now, and that's pretty great. Yeah, sure. It's not like you're going to be able to use that technology. I mean, you're our vassal. Again, after 10 years of being a vassal, we can integrate them into our empire, and they'll just become another another system in our territory.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
I'm going to send a fleet to investigate these two systems here, because it looks like there may be hostile fleets. Okay. A science vessel was conducting combat readiness drills when internal sensors detected an anomalous reading near the ship's computer core. Investigating further, an engineering team has located a device attached to the power grid in a maintenance access corridor that appears to be transmitting sensitive ship information. This must be investigated. The captain ordered the engineering team to dismantle the device. Hours pass before the chief engineer enters the captain's briefing room. The captain, the device appears to be derived from anodyne communication interception designs used by the Tal Shiar. When we investigated more closely, the device powered down and we've been unable to reactivate. What do you want to do with the device? Put the device in storage. This may prove useful. Let's see, let's continue disrupting relations between foreign powers. The Bolian League. Let's fuck with them. Medium intensity. And we've got another point in our traditions. So let's see, we've got 3 to choose from. Reach for the stars. Courier network. New life. Pop growth time reduced by 10. That seems useful. We'll choose that. Alright, sweet. 133 months until the next upgrade. Alright.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Yeah, check out our cruiser. Previously built ships do not change their models to reflect the new ship designs. You only get new ship designs if you build new ships. So,
Spatial rift detected.
if you're wondering why I've still got the old-fashioned style destroyers, that's why. Spaceport level 4, Starbase Shield, Dilithium Recrystallation Center, Listening Post. Let's go with Spaceport level 4. Alright. This guy, then this guy. Let's clear the road. I actually think the older ship designs look better than the newer ones. This thing looks weird and clunky. Oh, here we go. Alright, success. picking up some crystalline entities by the looks of it.
Spatial rift detected.
Alright, enemies have all been cleared from this system. Let's check. What's this one? Devorus. Let us check the Devorus system. Make sure no filthy Xenos are hiding out there. Nope, nothing here. Okay. Alright, return to the nearest starbase.
Research complete.
Let's see, tactical stations, military observers. Leader capacity, that's what we want. That's useful. Hire some more governors.
Station complete.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
How much longer before we can attack the Cheranites? 3 years, well, just under 3 years. Oh well. Won't be able to do it this video. The map's getting kind of crowded, and there are still missing.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
There are still missing factions out there. They go all the way to the edge. The factions. So this looks pretty crowded. Lots of factions, but this is probably only about half of them, I reckon. Remember, there were about 50 of them when we started the game. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have already fallen by the wayside.
Station complete. Station complete. Station complete.
Build some armor plating. That should come in useful.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business.
What are the Ferengi up to? Hmm. Wow, the Tellarites are kind of bizarre looking, aren't they? Are they like plants? They look like plants. Or at least they're not the Tellarites. These are the Tellarites, the brown things, but these green people look like plants.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Ah, war declaration. The Cardassians just declared war on the Orion Free States. So then, yeah, the Cardassians... So they're just fighting by themselves, are they? I personally don't think the Orions can take them. The Cardassians are pretty tough. What if I was also to attack the Orions? Ah, I'd fight the Cheronites as well. Maybe that could be a way. 83 Leonis. Could I, by declaring war on the Orions, could I force them to give me 83 Leonis? Yeah, I could. Yeah, look at that. I could do that. That's a thing that can be done. That's awesome. I could totally just circumvent this whole ceasefire thing. Huh. That's cool, but we won't do that this episode. We'll do it the next video. That's a pretty sneaky way of getting what I want. Happy about that. Definitely. Oh yes. Whoops. Zooming out too far. There we go. Encompass 5 Feroci. Weird. So, we're in a pretty good position. We're nice and powerful. We've got some strong new ships.
Research complete.
Lots of new research coming in. We are in a pretty strong position. This seems useful. So let's end this video by hiring a new governor for our new sector. Let's have a look. Leader recruitment cost, slave mineral output. Oh, they're good at getting the most out of our slaves. Ship build cost and speed. I'm thinking slaves, because that's going to be useful in the future when we absorb the Flaxians.
Affirmative.
And they are going to be our slaves. It's only a matter of time. They will be our slaves. And then... what's this? Module maintenance, army maintenance, station maintenance, building maintenance, ship maintenance.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Station complete.
Long-range scan of planet complete.
Get over there.
Incoming transmission.
Research complete.
Oh my goodness. Inundated. Too much. Oh, and we've just earned our new energy storage capacity. That's just great. What is this? There's no Boolean have entered the... Again, this fucking favourable alliance is growing out of all proportion. Yes, please. Crikey. Anyway, join me next time when we're going to declare war on the Orion Free States, just so we can have the Cheronites. I'll see you then.